Distracted. Okay, so today I went to Mexico with my sister and my mom, and I took the dogs and I left the house and I took an Uber at like I think it was like 10 or something to get to like Riverside area. So that was the thing. Oh my god, I had the smelliest Uber driver today. Like the guy smelled so bad, chat. Like I could tell he doesn't know he smells either. Like I mean, I guess it's like he's been Ubering in the morning or maybe he's been Ubering all night and I'm his last ride. So that's probably why he smells like shit and his car smells like shit. But his car smelled like you know when like hot air has just been sitting and like or sorry, you know like when towels have been in the washer for a really long time? Or sorry, dryer and then they smell like hot air because you like left them in there for too long. That's what his car smelled like. It smelled so bad. And I could tell he was a really nice man. I could tell because like he was like really accommodating and I was just like, oh, bro, your car fucking smells. I didn't say that, but like so I brought the dogs and I took like a Uber pet because I was like, okay, I need to get to where I need to go. I need the guy to like not be. Where's your dad? Did the drops not turn on? I'm sorry. Yeah, like mildew. The guy in his car smelled like mildew. He's like Uber pet, so I'm guessing like that guy specifically, like he like takes a lot of dogs and stuff, and maybe his car always smells. I don't know, but it was like pretty stinky, and my face looks different when I wear makeup. That's because my face was oily before, and now my face is gonna be like I don't know. It's like all one texture now, and then you have to like draw back the texture because that's how makeup works. But now my face won't be oily. First stream. I know. What's TOS? Terms of service. I always give my Ubers 5. Like I never give them anything lower because it's like this is their job, you know what I mean? Like unless they like specifically put me into danger. You know what I mean? What about you guys? Do you guys actually rate your Ubers? You know what's funny? Uber drivers do rate us, but I don't rate my Ubers. I always give them 5 stars, even if they're fucking weird. Because I'm like, you're so weird and you made me so uncomfortable. But like, it's not your fault that you're foreign. You know what I mean? Like whenever they're weird, it's because they're like from like I don't know some weird country, and and they're men and they've never been around women or whatever, and like especially pretty LA women, and they're just like trying to be really friendly, and like their friendliness is kind of creepy, and they keep staring at you, and you're just like, but also like they don't know, and like I feel for them because like I don't know, like they're foreign, so I don't rate them badly, but in my head I'm like, oh, you're being so weird right now. And they'll like compliment you and they're old as fuck, and you're just like, oh my god, please stop. I'm really uncomfortable right now, but it's fine. No, my town is too small for Uber, like in a university town. Really? 5 stars unless they really sucked. I give them 4 if they talk like crazy. That's fucked up. Okay, they get. I think they get bonuses if they get like good ratings, right? They get stuff for having a good rating. You should never rate them bad because like I don't know what Uber pays them, but gas is really expensive, and a lot of them have families, and a lot of them are talking to you because like they've been stuck in a car for hours, and like or some of them do it because like they don't have any friends. I don't know. I just feel like we should be nice to Ubers. Like I don't know. I feel for them, you know. And they get underpaid and they get scammed by Uber. Like remember when Uber was literally like not paying them? Like they were only giving them like if you tipped them, like they would just pay them the tip and they barely paid them. Yeah. Like their job sucks. Okay. And they're driving and their cars get fucked up and like over like they're never gonna like let's say they got that car and they're using Uber to pay off that car. They're never gonna pay off that car. And by the time they do pay off the car is gonna be old and broken and not worth it. Give me water and soda. Yeah, a lot of them give you free stuff too. They help you guys out a lot. Gas is $6.35 here. Yeah, gas is expensive as well. 80K a year, but 80K in LA is not like with a family is nothing. And most of them have a family. Like I don't think anybody Ubers in LA and is like a single person. You know what I mean? And 80K, I feel like that's higher. I don't know. Do you think that's true, chat? I don't know. I don't know how true that is. Um, California salary Uber driver. Oh, it's approximately $20, which is 20% above the average. Yeah, it's above average. According to salary.com, the average Uber driver makes about 42,000 in California, which is literally just making rent. Um, so yeah, 60K is like very rare, the 90 percentile. 75% is 51%, 50%, 25%, 20%. Yeah. So like, remember we did the math. If you have an apartment all by yourself, let's say you don't have kids, right? So the money is all going to you. That would be like 2,500 times 12, which I think is 30K. So only 12K is going to you, but also you're paying for gas and you're paying for, everything in your life. Yeah. Like it's nearly impossible. That is pre-tax and that's before tax, yeah. Yeah, usually Uber drivers are like, I am a contractor, but we are going through rough times. So I'm starving. So I'm going to be an Uber driver. You're my 100th ride. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you see the little fat thing trying to snuggle up on that Snorlax? Yeah. Aren't they weird? They literally like to go on like all the 3 different beds. They're like, where do I want to sleep today? Good night, VG Mike. Okay, let me finish up my makeup. I need to be faster. I can hear her breathing from here. Callie needs to impeach all the corruption, but it's too late. Yeah. What do you think I'm requesting an Uber? You have 3 Weilers and their large dogs. Cute. Snorlax is the best bed. Snorlax is a really cute bed. I think I'm gonna put this here. Then I'm gonna go out to make my eyes cuter. Okay. Again. Um, dude, my stream I can tell is dropping a lot of frames, and I don't know why. I think something's wrong with my computer. So I definitely need to check what the fuck I have on my computer because I just keep seeing frame drops like out of nowhere. And I've been seeing the Riot clients like bugging and stuff, and I'm like, that's weird. Look, I can tell my chat. I'm like, oh, why is my chat dead? Oh, what the fuck? I haven't dropped frames. My chat's just dead. Let me see. Yeah, there's a bug because I don't see my chat box right now, which is kind of annoying. There it is. Oh, look, all the messages that have been gone for 20 minutes. And this is positive projection. How the fuck is wait? They don't have benefits. They don't have health insurance. Facts. Depending off. We already read that. I'm starving too. What do you? Wait, I already read that. Your French has a giant bear she cuddles on. Because these taxes. Coco and Sonic is probably the most important thing in the simulated existence we call life. Get a human-sized one and tell them otherwise. I'm reminded of the old joke. Can you call me a taxi? Okay, you're a taxi. Doesn't quite work with Ubers. 80K is above average. It's enough to send your kid to small university. Yeah, but you gotta feed the kid, get the kid books, clothe the kid and your wife, and feed yourself. What about the huge Gengar Squishmallow? I hate Squishmallows. I think they're ugly. Hi, for real. Hi, Zahan. Welcome back. Is this your actual bedroom or studio? This is my actual bedroom. I don't. If this was a studio, it would be much nicer. There would be no bed in the background. After AW, what's AW? I don't have to worry about my boobs anymore. Oh, because I'm not a high risk person for getting cancer at a young age, so we're chilling. My boobs can relax. I can relax. I don't know. It probably just Alan Wick. Alan Wick was good. We're getting to the good part finally. Hi, Love Sonny. How are you? Put red lips on. I don't wear red lipstick. I think it looks bad on. I think Latinas look pretty bad with red lipstick. I think we look good in pink lips. I think there was blush on this because I'm like, why does this look so red? Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, my she's not a prima. Okay, so my cousin, who doesn't like me and I don't like him. Um, married this girl or whatever from a rancho, and nobody liked her. Everybody was like, oh, we don't like that girl or whatever, but my cousin was like in love with this girl or whatever. Like, you know, bitch is real. Me too. I mean, I have 2 dogs, but that's different. And do I have white? I don't have white. I need makeup. Y'all say this, and then 5 minutes ago I was shitting on my looks. Not you, Jamie, but whatever. Is what I'm talking about. Yeah, so my cousin, he had like this girl he was dating for like the longest time. And then like basically, um, he dated her, whatever, didn't give a fuck what anybody had to say. So I married this girl or whatever. And they got married, they had a wedding, and they were like, oh, we want a really small wedding. But then when they started like planning the wedding, like all my tias started being really toxic about it. And they're like, oh, how are you gonna have a small wedding? We have to invite everybody. So then she was like, okay, we're gonna have a large wedding. Like she started asking for things or whatever. And my tias are really fucked up because they were like, oh, es bien pobrecita, and she keeps asking for a lot, you know? She's like not humble. And I'm like, dead ass, like you guys are broke as fuck too. So I don't know why you're like talking shit on this girl, right? And then, yeah, tias are fucking toxic. They're like, they're like, oh my god, like she's so poor and like she keeps asking for things and like a big dress and like she doesn't like the dress and she wants to make it even prettier and like the dress is beautiful on her and like we don't have enough money for that. And then I was like, well, you guys were the ones that insisted they have a large wedding because he's the first grandson, but none of you guys have the money for it. So why would you insist? I'm jealous of your coupon plushie. You can get it at GameStop for like $60. And then yeah, that was like basically like the tea. They got married, and when they got married, because like of how much they talk shit on her and on my cousin for marrying her and on her family and on her being poor, but like they're poor too, like bruh, like I don't know why, like porque se le dicen la pobre si ellos también son pobres, you know what I mean? Like you're literally the same. um and like I don't know, quedaron mal, right? So basically what that means is that they all beefed after the wedding, right? And they basically ostracized themselves from, or sorry, ostracized everyone but themselves. So like they don't talk to anybody in the family, right? And my cousin or whatever graduated, so he's like, okay, I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna take care of us. And she, I guess, used to sell houses and stuff. And then, sorry, this part's hard. It's the catch 22 of being poor. Yeah, so they stopped talking to everyone, and everybody se sintió porque like he was like the first son that was born, and like you know like the first grandson, and everybody's like favorite nephew, and he was a really kind, respectful boy, and they're like, why would he act like that and be hella disrespectful to our faces if we've done so much for them and paid for the wedding? And it was like, well, maybe because you guys are a bunch of fucking viejas chismosas, you know what I mean? Um, okay, and then yeah, like I don't talk to my tias because they're a bunch of viejas chismosas. Like when I was like 13 years old, they used to like say like you are so skinny that like no man will ever love you, and I was like 13 years old. Like at the time I was like that's fucking weird. Like I remember being like, oh, that's really weird, because like I'm 13. Like I'm not thinking about having a boyfriend anytime soon. Um, like I don't know. It was really weird. I was like a late bloomer on all aspects. So like at 13, I was like playing my DS, and they were angry that I was playing my DS. So they were like, all right, let's attack her for what she looks like because she should be like cleaning the house and trying to be a good um housewife. And instead, like she's playing video games and like you know like that's wrong, and she's wearing shorts and blah blah blah, right? Like slut shaming, whatever, right? Mexican families. So then um yeah, and then I told them about it when I was older, and I was like, yeah, like I don't like my tias because they were literally like sexualizing me when I was like really young, and it was really weird, and it made me really uncomfortable. um I added this drop and it looks like I have a fucking chola teardrop or whatever. um okay, so then from there, um Yeah, they had that I gotta get married before I'm too old mentality. Yeah, but like I went to college or whatever. I don't know. I lived a different life, but I stopped talking to them because they just like treated me really badly growing up. And um whatever. And then now like they come by and they're like, "Oh, when are we gonna visit Rebecca's house?" Like, because the only person I talk to is my cousin Valeria, and because she's like nice to me and she's always been nice to me. And when I used to live in a different part of LA, she like came over once and she was like I showed her my place and I gave her like my Inuyasha body pillow. And I gave her like one of my Inuyasha figurines that Blazing got me because she like loves Inuyasha and they don't have those in Mexico. And like, I don't know, she like loves how I dress and she like, I don't know, she's like a really sweet cousin to me. She's always been really sweet to me and my sister. And but other than that, like we don't really like talk to anyone. And then what's it called? My cousin told my tias that I like live in a really nice house and I have a really nice PC and I have really cute dogs and like she had a really good time when she visited me. So they were all trying to like see my place and I was like, bruh, all y'all do is talk shit on me. Like I'm not bringing any of your negativity into my home. And like I told you this when I was younger, like I will never speak to you when I'm older or whatever. When I'm able to have my own place, like you guys will not be welcome. And I told them this because they were so mean to me. Like I was petty as fuck as a kid and I'm still petty. Call me Mr. JC. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Can we get a shot for Call Me Mr. JC? How's your stream? Poor Snorlax. He's cute. He's cuddling with her. She's so cute. You guys are fucking haters on Coco. And then black sheep of the family team. Yeah, I feel like 80% of my chat is the black sheep in the family. So, anyways, basically, I left the family. And my sister actually my sister comes back all the time. But basically I was the oldest granddaughter. So like they would pick on me, but I left. So then they started picking on this girl, which is my cousin's wife or whatever. They get married, whatever, and they like leave the family. My mom's really upset 'cause she's like, why is it that like he doesn't talk to us, A, B, C, and D? And she's like, he was like, literally, I did so much for him, and like, ni me saluda, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I mean, W Stream, thank you. You played Resident Evil? Nice. We're going to play Alan Wake, which is really similar. Thanks, guys, for all the follows. Yeah, but like, basically, you like conchas? Conchas are very good. But like, basically, hold on. Is this brow done? You're not going to see it, so it's fine. I think that's cute. So then, yeah, this is my room. I have a very fun room. So then, ¿cómo se llama? What part am I at? So yeah, they start picking on this girl. My cousin doesn't want to talk to my mom. And the reason he doesn't want to talk to my mom is because my mom was dealing with my dad because she like her whole life was paranoid that my dad is cheating on her. And I feel like he is now, but like when she thought he was cheating on her, he wasn't. So like she like trauma dumped a lot on my cousin, which is why I like completely left my family and moved away because I was like, dude, like I am like your divorce, your family issues, your marriage issues, cuando te peleas con mi papá is not your child or your nephews or nieces' problems. And she just does this thing where she like complains to all of us because she doesn't think therapy is a thing. So she thinks that her family's supposed to be there for her. And I'm like, no, that's like really traumatizing. Like that's my dad. Like that's weird. And I stopped talking to her like that. And she would like, hey, thank you for 3 months. I really appreciate that. But like that's why he, I think, stopped talking to her. Because like she would trauma dump a lot. And I literally would yell at her and be like, stop fucking doing that. And she instead would be like, she'd get upset and be like, whatever. She'd like ask my cousin like, oh, do you want to go get dinner? And she'd take him to dinner or whatever and pay for him and stuff. But then he'd be like silent and just being trauma dumped on. And he'd just be like there's nothing I can say. Like he's just like a seriosito niño. And yeah, that's why I think what I think. So then, whatever. Also, it's really funny because the girl he married is very similar to my mom. Because my mom is super insecure. Like my whole like life, my mom has always been like, your dad's cheating on me. And like has been like paranoid about it. And like always thinks my dad's cheating because she's like really insecure and like, I don't know, she's weird. And like this girl or whatever is the same way. Because like I don't want to say these things, but you guys can correct me because I know I'm incorrect. But sometimes I feel like when people are insecure in relationships, they're insecure because they feel like they don't provide anything for the relationship, right? So like some girls, from what I've seen, is like I see a lot of OnlyFans girl. Hi Emmy, welcome in, adorable little angel. Let me VIP you. Um, can we get a shot for Emmy? She's really cute. I met her at TwitchCon. She was like walking away with security. I was like, damn, she's cool. But I'm just saying, Dr. Parent Trans have a reputation. Yeah, so when people are insecure, they feel like they don't bring anything to the relationship. And sometimes they don't. But I'm not going to say that because that's toxic. But I'm going to give you some very specific examples. I always see like OnlyFans girls have like boyfriends and their boyfriends don't have a job. And they're like working their asses off, selling booty pictures, butthole pictures, getting sexualized, fucking DMing these men or whatever. And their boyfriends are like rat like looking men, like look like this. What is his name? Octavius Rex. Octavius Rex. These are their boyfriends. I've told you this story before. They look like this. Yeah, they look like this. And they're like really toxic, insecure, jealous, or whatever. This is what a rat man looks like. You guys have seen rat men, right? This is what I call rat man. It's like they're like really skinny looking dudes and like they're not stereotypically like attractive. Okay. They're just like Discord kitten mod vibes. That's my selfie. Yeah, you're a rat man. But like I'm not calling them ugly. No, they're not Edgars. Edgars are Mexican. Like I'm not calling them ugly. I'm just saying like rat men can be like just like you ever go and meet your favorite e-girl and you see this like sickly looking man standing right next to her. That's the rat man. Like he's just like sickly looking. I don't know how to explain it. Like a meep, yeah. And I don't know, maybe I sound like a bitch. But like usually the reason these girls end up with these guys is because these guys were nice to them when they started the relationship. And then when they start the relationship, they start being really toxic because I don't know, maybe their e-girl, their OnlyFans e-girl streamer, whatever, is like really successful, really building their stuff, doing YouTube, doing all the content, working their ass off. And then these guys, not always, I don't know, just play video games all day or play video games with them. And then that's why they're dating, right? And like they live together eventually and like they don't have a job and they just kind of live off their girlfriend or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people want that and that's completely fine. Okay, but I call them rat men because like I always hear my friends like my boyfriend said I can't go out or my I don't know, like they're always beefing. Okay. And like they're always jealous or insecure and it's like, well, I mean, you're not nice to her. You're probably talking to other girls because you've probably been caught cheating before, maybe not. You don't have a job. You live off your girlfriend. You live with her. She's the breadwinner, which is fine. You don't go 50-50. You don't clean. You don't do anything. Okay. But like these girls, you know, we're always surrounded by really shitty men. So like you just take it. Or your dad left your life, or your mom ostracized you. So that's your rat man that follows you around, right? So like you can see why this person would be insecure though when his girlfriend goes to a club and like these handsome rich men, you know, are following her or something like at a con or something like other streamers or something. I don't know. Anyways, my point there is like some people I can see why they're insecure. It's because they don't build themselves. I'm not saying it's because they're ugly. It's because they're poor. It's because they're smelly or nasty. I'm saying it's because they don't work on those things, right? So like I'm really messy. I need to work on being messy. Okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What else? I smell sometimes. I have body hair because I'm lazy. Whatever. Like there's issues with myself too. I'm not insecure about those things, but like, you know, some people are. So like people that are insecure, it's because they haven't like been like I have an issue with myself, but instead of going to therapy or working on themselves, they take it out on their partners. And that's my point there. Okay. I hate clubs, but my girlfriend goes with her friends, and I may not be the most attractive or wealthy dude, but I like respect her and treat her right, so I don't worry about being cheated on. You feel? Yeah. Also, like cheaters are always gonna cheat, so there's nothing you can do there. But whatever. The rat man comes after two pumps. I feel like rat men are probably really good at sex. That's why they date them. They're probably really good in bed. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. Um, I hooked up with this really hot dude one time, like the hottest dude ever, and he was really bad. I feel like I've never had sex with like a really okay. I've never had sex with like a really really hot dude and been like, this man can fuck. Like, oh, I'm gonna fuck him again. Like, oh, I'm so excited to have sex with him again. It's more of like he was really hot, and then we had sex, and I was like, oh, this guy's the reason he's the the girl always does all the work, and I just hate that. So I don't know, whatever. I can name so many men off the top of my head, but whatever. Ugly dudes work hard because we gotta. No, everybody should work hard. It's not about being ugly. I was saying rat men, which can sometimes be ugly, usually don't work hard and they date like the hottest women. Wait, what? What do you mean what? What's the question? I'm gonna quit my job and develop body odor and hair to catch my e-girl. It honestly works. You'd be shocked. The ugly people be looking fine from the right angle. You're not wrong there. I have looked at a rat man and been like, he could be cute. Like, I don't know. You like think about it. You like outweigh the cons because you're lonely. Whatever. Um, rat men have money. Hot girls can lay there for all I care. Whatever. Um, what mask? I think for women you have to take time to know their bodies. I don't know. Okay, that's not the discussion we're having here. Okay. Anyways, so my cousin. Yeah, so he married this girl who was really insecure because she used to go to school to be like she was like a real estate seller or whatever, but like she stopped working or whatever because I don't know, mental health, nothing wrong with that. And then she had a baby, so now she has a baby. So my cousin and her had a kid. They got married, and like the time passed or whatever when after she had the baby and she has to go back to work and she doesn't want to work because she's like, oh, I want to work with you because I don't trust you. She has really bad trust issues. And like I remember when he came to the US to work, um she was always calling him, like always. So he used to work for construction. Hi, I met you at TikTok really brief, and I think you took a selfie of us. You're so beautiful. Thank you for preaching. Of course. Oh my God. I remember actually meeting you. I was actually looking at your Twitter earlier today. I saw the Miskiff comment and I was like, bruh, like Miskiff is just Miskiff. Like, he was streaming and he like passes by me and he like smacks me with a towel or something. And I'm like, I knew it was you. I was like, nobody else would hit me. I was like, and then, or be abusive or something like that. And then he goes, I'm streaming right now. And I was like, yeah, now they know that you fucking hit me. And then he was like, and I was like, whatever. But yeah, he's a funny guy. Sorry. Why is he like this? He's just a bully man. I don't know. He's just like, he likes to neg people. Like he literally hurt my feelings and I told him he hurt my feelings and I got upset at him and then he apologized. You have to tell him and then he'll apologize. But he doesn't like literally, it's not that he doesn't know, it's just he doesn't care to pay attention. So yeah, if you tell him you hurt my feelings like really badly, like he will apologize or he forgets and then he'll be like, oh, I don't remember. And then he just won't care. Just misgive things. I don't know if I want to add freckles. I don't think it matters because you guys don't even see the freckles, right? Yeah. I'm going to add them for my personal confidence because this is my makeup and not yours, Chad. Okay. But welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Can we get a shout out for Katie Marie? She's very sweet. She's very cute too. Also a cosplayer. It's my makeup Madge. I can only see the freckles in close-up Twitter pictures. Yeah, you can only see them. I mean, you can see them a little bit. Very, very faintly. Okay, so my cousin. So this girl, it's funny because this happened to my friend as well. Like, have you guys ever dated a girl that was so psycho that she would like constantly call you at work, constantly show up at your job, and she didn't trust you because she thought you were cheating on her. Like, this happened to one of my friends, whatever, that lives in New York. Like, literally, she would show up at the construction site, all dressed up or whatever, to get fucking like men looking at her to try to like get him to get jealous. And he was like, I don't want to be your boyfriend. Like, I'm just sleeping with you. And then like she was like obsessed with him, and she would like show up to his house with food. I don't know if they did that, but I just remember him telling me about it. And it's happened to him twice. And this happened to my cousin. She's in Mexico, so she would constantly call him. She would call him so much at work. He got fired from his first job, and then he didn't tell us. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna quit this job. I'm gonna go work construction." And then they were like, "Oh, okay, well that's good. Construction workers get paid better. Like, you'll probably really like your job." Instead of like he was working as first at Ashley's Furniture. He was be the delivery people, so he'd get, they get like tips and stuff. And he's a pretty strong guy or whatever. So like between him and all his friends, like they got paid pretty well, especially like if he's from Mexico. And he got fired for that. And then after he got fired from that, um he went to a construction job, but he didn't tell us why he got fired. And it was because he was constantly on his phone, like so much on his phone that like his boss noticed, and they were like, "Okay, we have to fire you because your girl, like you have to work, and like we're gonna get in trouble because you're always on your phone, because you're always on the phone with your girlfriend who thinks you're cheating on her when you're literally like delivering furniture. You're literally working right now." And same thing with the construction site, right? Like you can't be on your phone at a construction site because you're, first off, you can't hear each other because it's a construction site, and second of all, it's very dangerous. And yeah, basically he lost his job again, so he went back to Mexico. And then he married her or whatever. And he was like, I'll just get a job in Mexico. And then they basically opened up a restaurant. And she's so psycho that she didn't let him work at the restaurant because she was like, "Oh, you're cheating on me." Like, she'd constantly be on his phone, be like, "Why did you talk to that woman?" And the woman's like just trying to get food. Like, there was just like no working, and she didn't work. So, like, basically, they just got a divorce, or they're separated. They're gonna get a divorce, I think, though. And she's so psycho that, like, he's like living at one of his buddies' house, and she calls my tia like every day, and she like talks shit to her face, and then the next day calls her like 50 times, like, "Oh, do you know anything about my husband, A, B, C, and D?" And like, I don't know, she's like psycho. That's straight up abusive. Yeah, it is. It's kind of crazy. And she doesn't want to work, and she put her child into like a guarderia, which is, how do you say guarderia, like a babysitter place in Mexico. I feel like my lashes are fucked up. Yeah, they look a little fucked up. um yeah, daycare. And he's really upset about that because he's like, "Why did you put her into daycare if like you don't work or whatever? Like you're at home all day. Like, you're supposed to like, I don't want him to like grow up in a daycare like when his mom is at home, like not doing anything, just like worried about me cheating on her, but he's not cheating on her. He's just working and stuff because he's broke, because he like spent all his money on this girl, and he has a kid, and like this is not the life he imagined for himself like when he graduated college, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I feel like it's, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's like okay. I don't know. Could be better. Um, yeah. So that's my cousin, and he's living with his friend, and she's like constantly at his job and like shows up, and she's like psychotic. Hi Oxy, welcome in. I hope you're good today. I didn't end up buying a pumpkin because I got back home at like 8 p.m. and everything was closed at that point. Do you think bald is sexy? Do I think bald people are sexy? Oh yeah. I love bald men. Ask Andre, my ex. Lying ass motherfucker. Ask him. Put a baby in her. She has a baby. She has a son. Did you not hear the part of the story where she's not raising her child? He's like 2 years old or 1 year old. And he's in a fucking daycare because she doesn't want to watch him. Another one? No, I think you're dumb. You're literally dumb. You did not. If she's not raising her first child, why do you think bringing another child would make the situation any better? It actually makes it so much worse. She's good. I saw her today. She was like, she had a good time. Marcus, thank you for 20 months. How are you? How are you? How are you? Um, Your girlfriend's pregnant? Fuck, dude. You screwed up. All right. How is your girlfriend pregnant? Oh, Kappa. I was like, how is your girlfriend pregnant? Like, when you think about it, like, how is pussy that good that you're going to tie yourself down like that? That's crazy. That's insane. Oh my God. I was watching this video with Kai Cenat, and like, I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy's like, I don't know if it was Kai Cenat asked this guy, and he was like, hey, you guys have never come in a girl? They're like, no, like, what if I knock her up or something? And then he was like, why do you have to raise the child or whatever? Like, your dad didn't raise you. Like, why do you have to raise the child? And I was just like, and everyone was like, can't believe he said that. That was crazy. And I was like shocked. I was like, that's insane. A shotgun wedding. Is that one? What's a shotgun wedding? Is that when you knock up your girlfriend so you have to get married? I have so much tea about my family right now. Okay, so my uncle. Where's my dad? Are the drops not on? Did he not come home? Sorry. I feel like makeup's pretty good now. Yeah, my cousin. So my cousin has been dating this girl since he was in high school. I graduated high school 2015. He graduated high school, I want to say 2010, 2011. That's how long they have been dating. And they're not married. And they're not living together. Have fun, Lux. Be safe. And I tell you guys this because like there's nothing wrong with not wanting to be married and stuff, but like this guy, my cousin is clearly wasting this girl's time at this point, and like she should honestly move on. But she really likes him, so she like wants to marry him, but it's not gonna happen. And also, our whole family doesn't like her, because she like doesn't like she used to come over and like not wear clothes in the house, and it was weird, because all men lived in the house, so it was really weird. It was really weird. But anyways, I found out that they're still together, and he still hasn't married her, and he's still not planning on it. And I'm just like, men, stop wasting their time. But also, I think that even if he broke up with her, she would be like, no, like, I want to stay with you. Like, I don't care. I love you. And yeah. He did get her a boob job. She was really proud. Must be nice. Guys, I don't have any blush here because I don't want to walk to the kitchen. So I'm putting on eyeshadow and I'm just making it work. I don't think you're supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That's pretty crazy. Well, now I know she's not wearing anything, but that's weird, you know? Like, my uncle's house is very, like, bachelor pad. Like, oh my God, my uncle, I have the craziest story. So, this is really sad. I shouldn't be smiling when I say this. But, my uncle, do you guys remember, like, the story I told you guys about one of my family members where, like, a chick, tried to scam him for a green card? And how he almost got her deported? That's my uncle. I swear to God, my family is a fucking telenovela. I think you're always allowed to smile. Oh, geez. Okay, so my tío, when he was like 21, 22 years old, my uncle kind of looks like Eric Cartman. Okay, he's like a very chubby, round-looking Mexican man. You got deported at 6? You're fucking white. Where were you deported from? La Superior? Like, what? They were like, oh my God, this kid's lost. We can't find his mom. He's white. They're going to call immigration. They're going to think we kidnapped this white child. Throw him out of the Superior. Corre, corre. Put him next to the fucking McDonald's so that people know that, like, he's not with us. Is that what happened? I'm just kidding. Green card scam happen every 5 minutes in North Africa? No way. Does he also have cheese puffs? I would say yes. You got deported when you were eating yogurt in Walmart? No way. I found out there's a yogurt place right by my house and I didn't even know. And one time this guy asked me out to get yogurt and I was like, I don't even know if there's yogurt near me. And I like walked down the street and I was like, oh, there's a yogurt spot? I could have gotten yogurt. As a Hispanic, I can say we don't make jokes about deportation. Okay, as a fucking Latina, as a fucking Mexican, we don't claim you. You are not fucking Mexican. You are not Latin. So we don't fucking claim you. Okay. First off, as a fucking Latino person, we don't call ourselves Hispanic. The only people who call themselves Hispanics are the cringe people. And also, we love immigration jokes. So shut the fuck up. All right? Shut the fuck up for real. Shut the fuck up right now. Okay, first off, do you know what Hispanic means? Hispanic means you're from Spain. And I hate to break it to you, they don't claim you. Want to know why? Because you're brown, just like me. And because we're brown, Spain doesn't think we are theirs. Okay, they came, they took our country, and then they were like, these people are really brown, they're Native American, let's fucking make them white and let's make them go to Catholic church, all right? I don't claim them, you can claim them, you're confused. But as a Hispanic, no, you're not. Wait, I'm tan. Fuck. Yeah, deportation jokes are the best. What do you mean? White, Hispanic, yep, Mexican. Are you talking to me? Hey, it's not my fault I'm fucking light skinned. Actually, I don't go outside. I need someone that swam to the USA and did in Canada like 30 times. Shut the fuck up, you're lying. A white guy with darker skin and a lot of Mexicans because there's so much sun. I would say my friend Jordan is probably tanner than me. And he's like white, but he lives in Santa Monica, so that makes sense. Yep. Anytime I hear deportation, I remember how 21 Savage is British and almost got deported for being here illegally. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Okay, so my uncle, my tío Jerry. Happy Halloween, Saturnine. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Okay, so my uncle. So he was really chubby, and he's still really chubby, and he didn't really take care of himself. And then somebody was like, "Oh my god, like I have this girl, and she's beautiful, and she's young, and she just moved here from Mexico, and she's single. Like I feel like Jerry would be like a great like boyfriend to her um because like he's hardworking, he has a nice job, and he's single. Like I should hook you guys up." And then they're like, okay, like whatever, like next family party, bring her or whatever, and we can have them talk. So I start talking, and she's really flirty, and she's really into him. And I start dating, and they date for like a year, and they're about to get married. Maybe they do get married. Yeah, they got married. They got married. They for sure got married. And when they got married, mm, isn't it like you have to do like 90 days like to get a oh fuck. I smiled too hard. Now my cheeks hurt again. My wisdom teeth. Um yeah, so like isn't it like okay. So they got married, but like it's like a 90-day fiance situation to get them like get her a green card or whatever. Like she has to like she had just come from Mexico, whatever. Like she has to pretend that like, they have to like be married in front of the people, like the interview people, and they make sure that they're like for love. It's not for citizenship, right? Right. So they haven't had that yet. So this chick she's from Mexico, so she doesn't know that like the car he bought her and everything is like dependent on these interviews. And just because you got married doesn't mean that um you're not going to get deported and that you have a green card and that you're free to go. Like no, like you have to wait until all that paperwork comes in, and then if you're doing a green card wedding, like then fucking get divorced or whatever, right? But she was kind of dumb. So she literally like right before the interview or like the paperwork comes in or whatever, one day he like comes home early from work. And when he comes home early from work, he sees her in her car, and she's got all her things, like her bags, her purses, her like maletas, which is Spanish for like her like luggage. And she's in the car, and he's like, "Oh, like where are you going?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm leaving you, and I'm gonna go with my boyfriend, and I'm taking the car, and I'm taking all my things. Like I actually don't want to be married to you." And like I don't know, this is not what she said. I don't know what was said. This was like when I was like 8 years old. This happened. I am 25 now. This has been so many years. Okay, so many years. Maybe I was 10. I don't fucking know. It's been 15 years, right? A la verga, esto sí es el chisme. Yeah. I tell the story all the time. I feel like most of my mods know this story by now. But basically, like, they cut things off because she left him and he caught her leaving. And he goes, "Oh, you're going to leave. Oh, and you have a boyfriend. Oh, and you're going to take my car. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna call fucking ICE. Like I'm gonna call the deportation people. I'm gonna call immigration, and I'm gonna let them know that you lied. The paperwork has not fully gone through. You have to wait like set amount of days. You do not have a green card. You cannot have the car because the marriage isn't real because the paperwork still has not come back. Like that says like I am Mrs. my Uncle Jerry's wife. You know what I mean? Like I am fucking like you are still under your name and I'm still under my name because it has not happened yet or whatever because of immigration. Like it takes time, right? And he goes, so you can get the fuck out, like whatever, like you can fucking like start running or whatever because like I'm gonna call them, and like um and like it's not your car, those are your not your things or whatever, get the fuck out or whatever, like I never want to see you again, blah blah blah. He didn't actually call immigration on her. Like we're first generation Mexicans, like we understand how hard it is to get here. She was fine as fuck though. Like I'm talking like hourglass Latina girl with the big dark eyes, the big dark hair, the big boobs, very big boobs, like really long, like you know what I mean, Salma Hayek looking woman. um Yeah, she had to commit for like another like I don't know how many days, and she was like, "I'm done." She's like, "I'm not doing this." Like her boyfriend, I think her boyfriend got mad, and was like, "Okay, it's been like a month. Like, can you move in with me? Bring the car, bring the things that you said you'd bring for me. Like, I'm done with you sleeping there. I'm done with you having sex with him." Like he got jealous or whatever. Well, the boyfriend screwed her over, and she's stupid because she fully fumbled everything. And like that is how my uncle almost had a green card wedding. Selena Gomez is not a mom that I know of. But yeah, that is some tea. Oh yeah, so this uncle is throwing a birthday party for one of my uncles for New Year's. But I was gonna go to I was possibly gonna go to Hawaii. I don't know. Like we're thinking about going to Hawaii in January, but I think my family is gonna do like a 50th birthday for my tío. And I was like, so my uncle, who's my other uncle's brother, is like, hey, what are you doing for what are you doing for New Year's? And I was like, or January, I was like, oh, I might be going to Hawaii. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, oh, well, we're throwing a birthday party, so you should cancel your plans. You should come. And I'm like, I have not seen my family in 3 or 4 years. Like, I'm definitely ostracized. I do not get invited to the carnita asada. Like, I do not like want to go. No, the boyfriend is my uncle who is documented and has a good job, or whatever. Like, he like owns like a couple houses in LA. Like, he's very well off. Yeah. So basically, like, yeah, my uncle's like, oh, you should come. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's going to be really like beefy. And like my family doesn't get along and I'm gonna have to wear a turtleneck. I don't know how I feel about that. He's like, why are you gonna wear a turtleneck? Do you have a neck tattoo? And I'm like, no, I have a full arm sleeve. He's like, everyone in our family has tattoos. And I'm like, yeah, but I also have a nose job and just the tattoos, the nose job, the OnlyFans. I just feel like a lot of it is like, just doesn't sound like a New Year's that I would want to deal with. You know what I mean? Like the tias are gonna be talking. And my uncle's like no one's gonna be talking. And I'm like, that's because you're a man. Okay. You have literally played your girlfriend for like over 10 years and not getting married to her and not moved out with her. And you have no criticism. Okay. Versus me, I have all the criticism. They haven't seen me in 3 or 4 years. I don't have a boyfriend. I moved in with my boyfriend and we broke up. And what else? I don't know. There's just so many parts to this fucking nightmare of a family party reunion thing. So I'm single. I don't know. There's a lot of it. I need a dog sitter for Snubble. He's like, oh, I have grass. You can just leave her in the grass. And I was like, oh. Yeah, Mexican families gossip a lot. Oh, they did sell them? My grandma every day is like, so like, when are you going to get a novio? She'd be like, stop talking to me about your dogs. When are you going to start talking to me about the boys you date? And I was like, Grandma, I don't date boys. I stay home and I play video games. That's my job. And she's like, oh. Guys, I really don't want to cosplay right now. I really don't want to cosplay. Do I have to cosplay? I'm cold. Hey man, marrying to get the green card is scummy, but if you know a dude that looking for a girlfriend that can't give me the green card, please let me know. Oh my god, Nat, you're crazy. Nah. I mean, it's funny because I would always get married for money for the green card. But now that I'm older, I'm like, I think divorces cost more than 10K.